Ahoy and welcome back once again to the channel. My name's Gary, I like watches, and if you're here watching this video, I suspect you do too, and I think you're going to like the watch I'm going to be showing you in today's video. I'm sure you're familiar with the watch brand Venezianico. Well, they've just made their first ever titanium watch, a 300-meter water-resistant diver. Of course it is. It's called Titanio, and they've sent me a prototype to share with you in this video because they're going to be launching these watches very soon on the 27th of December, limiting production to 500 pieces. So if you want one, I wouldn't hang around. Their watches are very, very popular. They've been featured more and more on YouTube recently, raising this brand's profile. And yeah, their watches often sell out pretty quickly. So if you do want one of these, I've put a link in my video description. It's not an affiliate link. It's just going to take you to their website, sign up to their newsletter, then you'll get a notification letting you know the watches are available to buy. But before you disappear off anywhere else, stick around. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this Titanio. Right before I continue, I just want to remind you, there is a subscribe button somewhere on your screen. Smash that subscribe button. Feel free to tickle the like and bell notifications icon buttons as well, but the subscribe button is the important one. Make sure you hit that button before you move on and continue to watch the video. Cheers, guys. Powered by the Sellita SW200, a cracking movement, a premium higher beat automatic movement. So you're going to pay a little bit of a premium for this watch. Venezianico prices are generally higher than your average micro brand prices, but they use premium materials. Quite often they use unusual materials with their watch productions. Their build quality has always been really, really good, although sadly on this occasion I'm not really going to be able to go into that too much because this is a prototype. They have assured me that the full production watches will be finished better than this prototype. It's not a poorly finished prototype by any means, but I'm glad that the full production watches will be finished better. They'll have better bezel actions. The polishing or the polished accents will be better. The transitions on this watch actually between the brushing and the polishing pretty good, but I think you'd expect a little bit more when you're being asked to pay just under 1,100 euros for this watch. It does, however, come on a pretty cool hybrid textile and FKM rubber strap. You don't see these straps very often, do you? Or straps like this, I should say. It's been done very, very nicely. Matching titanium buckle on this strap with a mix of brushing and polishing. Color matches the dial very, very nicely. A beautiful fading dial on this watch. Titanium bezel insert, 120 click unidirectional bezel action. I've said it already, this is a prototype. The bezel action on this particular watch, not fantastic. Beautiful applied indices. They're sort of levitating over that central ring, aren't they? Yeah, they're sort of bridging the outer chapter ring and the central fading dial. Date complication at the 3 o'clock. Dual facet polished hands, sort of skeleton hands to some degree. Decent lume on this watch. I'll show you a 5-minute lume degradation clip at the end of the video so you can see it next to a really rubbish watch and a really, really good watch, so you'll know how good the lume is on this watch. Despite it only being a 5-minute test, it does give us some indication as to whether or not the lume is good or bad. It's BGW9 and there's lots of it on this watch, so it is good. Of course, being a 300-meter diver, screw down case back, screwed down crown, a very nice design on this case back as well. Great dimensions, great proportions. This is an existing watch, a watch that they've been making for quite some time, and they keep adding variations to this lineup. And this, as I've said already, is their first titanium watch. It's not a bad one to start off with, is it? Yep, there's no denying these are good looking dive watches. And considering this is a 300-meter diver, it's not too chunky, it's not too top heavy. Yeah, it's not the smallest dive watch. It's definitely not the heaviest, is it? Being titanium, of course, it's going to feel quite light. It doesn't feel top heavy at all, even on this elastic strap. And that is, of course, the beauty of titanium. It's a super strong, super lightweight material, and yeah, it's often used in watches like this. I suspect this isn't the first and only titanium watch they'll produce. I suspect this is now something that they're going to focus on a little bit more in the future. Fingers crossed I get to see another titanium production watch from them in the future, and then we can really have a proper good close-up look at how they finish their titanium. And it really is good to see them continue to explore different materials. That is one of the things that makes this brand stand out, their use of different materials, tungsten bezel inserts, for example. I love this watch with a tungsten bezel insert, just gorgeous. They've used gold on their dials before. Yeah, fantastic, great. We're going to see more titanium watches from Venezianico in the future. But in the meantime, you guys just need to let me know what you think of this Titanio. Add a comment below, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications icon, and then you won't miss out on future uploads. As always, guys, a massive thank you from me to you for tuning in.